Hey, how's it all going? Paul Walker here. And in today's video, I want to particularly talk about the topic of sort of sales and being a salesperson. And the reason I'm shooting this video is I watched a very powerful video last night from Mark Hoverson. And in that video, he was sort of talking about like abundance and, attraction of wealth and money. And he touched on a topic there about sort of being a salesperson and certainly the difference between, there's people who kind of feel uncomfortable about maybe selling products or selling the services versus a person who obviously feels a lot more comfortable being able to sell things because they don't really view as what they're doing as selling. And I really want to sort of re-illustrate what Mark was teaching last night because it just sort of hit a particular chord with me. Really, it hit that chord because prior to me coming online, that was what I did for a living. I was primarily, a salesperson. I was in sales-based roles for nearly 10-15 years. And the way that Mark sort of deconstructed and took away that misconception of being a salesperson, really resonated with me, and it really made me think about, man, if I'd known this sort of 10-15 years ago, I think I could have had a totally different career. I probably could have closed a lot more sales and been a lot more happier with what I was doing in my job. But now that I sort of know this, obviously what I do online, I'm going to look at what I do in a completely different light. So I'm going to reconstruct his little diagram and certainly put my spin on what I took away from that little topic that he talked about a salesperson. So here we go. All right. So on this side here, you've got, your customer, your lead, your prospect, okay, whatever you want to call them. Just like you and me, they have some sort of a problem that they need solved, okay? Whether they're an overweight person and they obviously want to get fit and healthier, whether they're driving an old banged up car and they want, a new car that's going to, go faster or make them feel better or, gives them more, mileage or, has more room for the kids or whatever the case may be. So we can all relate to this person because we all do it. We all go buying goods and services every day. So we all therefore have a problem that we need to have solved. Where I think salespeople in particular, feel that uncomfortableness, or certainly salespeople get a bad rap, is they certainly just look at the dollar signs of what that product that they have to sell can give them. And all they seem to be viewing is, how many of these can I sell so that I can make, a ton more money. And I think that's where a lot of salespeople, I think, misunderstand and obviously get themselves into, a little bit of, not strife, but just, understanding that if they look at it in a different light, look at what they do in a different light, they'd find it probably far easier to close sales and probably be more successful at what they do. So the way that Mark explained it last night was, over here, this is the future version of this person, right? So this is the future version. And over here, they've now had their problem solved, okay? So, happy days. But in order to get to that thing, obviously they need whatever it is that you're providing to get them there. So instead of thinking that, my product is the be all and end all, think of your product as a portal, as a gateway, as a vehicle to get this person from their problem to now their problem solved, the future self. So the weight loss person over here, they're overweight, they're unhealthy. You provide them with diet pills, shakes, an exercise program, whatever the case may be. And they get to this point where they're now fit and healthier and obviously, happier and more so in life and where they want to be. So instead of viewing this as a product of, well, cool, if I can sell, 10 packs of my vitamin pills a week, then I make $100. Instead of viewing it like that and viewing it as, well, hey, I can help 10 people, solve their problem and get them to where they want to be, that's far more rewarding for your customer, for that person. And it's far more rewarding for you knowing that you're providing, value and service and obviously offering these people a solution to their problem. So don't think yourself as a salesperson, think yourself as a problem solver, okay, as a solution provider. And if you can start thinking in those sort of terms, as I said, you'll definitely make a lot more sales, and more so, you'll have a lot more better customer retention, more loyal fans, because they know, like, and trust you and don't believe that you're there trying to sell them or pitch them anything. You're there trying to help them by providing them, a solution to their problem. So if you're someone who maybe a little bit like me, always felt uncomfortable trying to sell things to people, if you start thinking about, hey, I'm just trying to provide you with a solution that I have to your problem, well, 9 times out of 10, you're going to make a lot more sales, you're going to close a lot more deals, and as I said, you're certainly going to have a higher, customer and fan retention in whatever your business is. And this applies to online and offline as well. So that's really what Mark explained in that video, and that's really what sort of gave me that mental shift of stop viewing myself as a salesperson trying to sell my product or sell my business opportunity or whatever the case may be, and see myself as someone who's problem solving for these people who don't know what the answer is or who feel a little bit lost. Well, hey, here's a solution. I believe this can work for you. Let's give it a go and see if we can get you to that end result. So if you'd like to know more, I will put the link to that original Mark Hoverson video below this video right now. So you can go, obviously see the rest of that sort of talk, that rest of that video and hear the master at work. But what I'd love for you to do is actually get in contact with me as well, because Mark Hoverson's actually just started up a very new company. He's got a lot of brand new training, $8 million figure, training that he's now providing. And if you love this video and obviously want to know more about how you can get your hands on more of Mark Hoverson's, $1 million training, then as I said, I'd love to connect with you, love to sort of have a chat and see if I can, provide you a solution to what you might be facing in your network marketing business, in your online marketing, or even your offline marketing business as well, because certainly Mark's training applies to both areas. So I want to thank you for watching this video. As I said, if you'd like to know more, click that link below, come sort of chat to me on Facebook. Would love to hear your story, and as I said, hopefully provide you with a solution through Mark's training. So that's all for today, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. All right now, bye.